Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Haven't gotten a new project in quite a long time, and some of you that might be a good thing because I'm really slow at getting things done. But I like to have new projects to break up the working on some things. And I know I haven't really worked on the bus, but I still like look for parts actively and stuff, and you know, that kind of thing. I still qualify that as working on the car, you know, trying to find parts locally and all that, you know, learning things about it. And so the Beetle's almost done, working on the interior, getting the vent windows, all that stuff together. The bus is going to be next. It's a major restoration project, welding, rot repair. It's like the Beetle, only, you know, 100 times worse. And so, as you do when you have little money in the bank account and a desire to own more classic vehicles, you go on Craigslist. And you search for cars that you like. And then you end up a few states away from you and you find a car that you want. And it's in a reasonable price range, and you know, you can afford it. And you say, hey, I'm going to make the guy an offer. And to your surprise, he accepts it. So you end up with a new car. Something like this. You end up with a car with a little rust because you bought it sight unseen. You end up with some brake leaks because you never got to drive it because it was hours away. You end up with an interior that smells kind of okay, but it still has something about it because you never got to sit in it. But you also end up with a car that you've always wanted. Again, this is my new 1969 Plymouth Satellite. And no, it's not a two-door. It's got all four of them because it's a Satellite four-door. It's basically a high-price class Belvedere. And if you've been a viewer of this channel for some time, you know that I, once upon a time, had a 1968 Belvedere four-door. Very similar to this. Mine was blue. Mine was the low price class. Mine had a manual choke and a 273. This is the high price class. Classy seats, full horn ring, radio delete, no manual choke, a 318. It's got everything you've ever wanted in a four-door B-body Mopar. And I love the thing. So this is my new project that really isn't a project because it actually runs. It doesn't stop so well. So I got some new brake parts from O'Reilly and some other stuff coming in. It's going to get poverty caps on it because I like that look way better. I'm going to get rid of all this chrome because I like that look better. I'm basically bringing it back to the base model Belvedere status. But let me tell you something about this car. This car is solid. It came from Pennsylvania, which is about 6 hours from me. And now, you may be saying, DubWerks, 6 hours is nothing, you should have drove down there. Yes, I should have drove down there. And I still would have bought the car. This car, this is rusty, but really not that bad, so I don't know why it got covered in Bondo. I see there's going to be a hole there. I can fix that. There's going to be holes here. Also can fix that. There's a side swipe. I can fix that. The interior. Surprisingly fair. You know, the carpet needs replacing. I think I'm going to get rubber mats. Because the goal here, like I said, if you've been a long time viewer and you've heard me talk about my 68, was I was making an Adam 12 car, and I'll put a picture on the screen, possibly a video clip. I've talked about this before. Adam 12 is probably my favorite TV show ever. It ran from 1968 to 1975 on NBC, and it was just two cops in Los Angeles rolling around in 68, 69 Belvederes, 71 Satellites, and 72, 73 Matadors. That was what they used in Los Angeles at the time, so the show followed that very closely. That's a whole nother video that has nothing to do with Volkswagen door cars at all, so it probably won't ever get made. But that was the goal, was an Adam 12 car. And that is still the goal with this one. Except, I'm not going to be doing it right away. Because I've got this beast over here that needs to get finished. It looks sad. but it's not. It's gotten a lot done to it. I've got a bus over a town that needs to get finished. So this here, what is the plan? What are you going to do with this 1969 satellite DubWerks? I'm going to fix the rust because it's fairly easy and cheap, surprisingly. And you'd be amazed how solid this vehicle is. I'm going to tear out all this filler work, replace that. That's about $50 from Rock Auto. I don't mind the bumpers being kind of eh. I don't mind the trunk lid being like that because it can open. I don't care. I just want to fix the bad stuff. I'm going to paint it. This is, oh gosh, honey bronze metallic, I think. I'm not going to paint it this color again. Like I said, long-term goal is an Adam 12 car. So it's either going fleet white or fleet black. Black is probably going to look really sleek. I'm going to get a single red police light that magnets to the dashboard because that's the way LAPD used to do it. And I know I'm sounding kind of like a nerd over this, but this is the kind of stuff that I'm into. Is these classic police cars. I've got a radio for it for my last one. Got to get a siren. That's about as far as I'm gonna go. If it starts, I'll start it up for you in a second. If you follow my Instagram, you saw these keys in a story. That was for this. Now, it was idling fairer before. That's actual mileage, I believe. 78,425-ish. Wait, what? Yeah, 424. It's idling very not as it was the other day. I love it. Like I said, it's got a pretty clean interior. You know, dashboard radio delete. I enjoy the radio delete. It's more police, low base model, you know. The only thing I would love is a certified speedometer. That's just because I'm a nerd, like I said. But it's very clean. Glove box. I have a spare satellite emblem. Probably gonna hang that on the wall or something. Full horn ring. Vent windows. The seat belts that clip up there. It's just really awesome. Now the engine on this 69 satellite, like I said, hold on if I can get it open, is a 318. And it's surprisingly clean. No, that Optima is not staying. That's Eric's Optima for a 74 Super Beetle. But I'm just gonna get another one at AutoZone. Not an Optima. I dislike Optimas just because they're heavy. That is literally the only reason. But I still have my fender tag. It's a Lynch Road car, so I can't really decode it well. Previous owner did this braided stuff. You know, I'm not a fan, but you know, cool. Runs. Not gonna mess with it. Brakes, like I said, leak. There's some, you know, oddball things. Turn signals work. Hazard lights don't work. So, little stuff to figure out. But it is just, it's a boat. And I love it. Eric brought home a 63 or 4 Buick LeSabre a month and a half, 2 months ago. He sold it, but that made me want to get a boat. And then I found this. So here it is. Free fire extinguisher, of course. Seat belts are flat belts with the, you know, the ones up top that are supposed to be clipped up there. But it's an awesome car. I wanted to share it with you. My new project that's not really a project. Hopefully this will be to a few shows. Well, it definitely will because I'm not really touching it. The Volkswagen will be to a few shows soon once the shows start going. The thing I love about this is I got a car that runs and drives and will stop. And I really don't have to do anything to it. And for that, you know, you pay up a bit more than you're used to. It was still fairly reasonable. And I absolutely love the car. And it's got a DubWerks license plate on it. and this. I missed this from my first Plymouth. Was where you fill the fuel back here. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed seeing the new project, the 69 Plymouth. Like I said, it's not really a project, just going to be driving it around once it's registered, get the brakes going. It'll be good. Don't really want to mess with it too much because then it'll be like the Beetle and it'll be off the road for the next 5 years. So, make sure to leave a comment about what you think about the new Plymouth. Like and subscribe if you like the video. Subscribe if you're new around here and want to stay kept up to date with the updates on the Volkswagens and the Plymouth. And like I said, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.